Okay, well, I hope the audio is working tonight. I am going to kind of muddle through this the first minute or so because I want to see if some more of my chatters come in. I'm going to attempt to add some moderators tonight, and the people I want to do the moderating aren't here yet, so I'm going to have to see if they show up. But thank you for the audio check. And okay, here we go. We're going to see if this works. And doing. Okay, I think I finally figured this thing out. And I don't know when the wrench is going to show up, but Laurie, you are now a moderator. Or so I think you're a moderator. We'll see how it works out. Let me just double check. Skank, I appreciate. Yep, there you go. You're the blue lady. So, well, at least it's showing it over on my other site. I don't know why it's not showing up here. But in one chat, I'm getting the wrench, and in the other chat, I'm not getting it. Kind of weird. But it's because I'm going through StreamYard, I think that is leading to part of the situation. So, you're the blue lady. Anyway, as some of you may have noticed, I put up in my chat a symbol. And where'd it go? Oh, we're in the wrong area here. And this is the United States Cyber Command. Now, why is this here? Well, if you kind of follow along, I think you're going to understand what happened and why somebody might be in a little bit of trouble. And to start this off, I am going to see if I can find. Okay, I'm trying to make an adjustment here. This is about the most uncooperative thing I've ever seen. It's just not going to work. All right. Well, anyway. So let me see if I can find what it is I need. All right, I'm going to do this a different way. We're going to pay a visit to something. And let me see. Okay. So. Okay, for now we're going to stop doing that. And we're going to bring up something interesting. And okay, indulge me here. Okay, and then let me pull this out. Now, well, this is a little off center, but I think you get the idea. This is Timmy's, or actually Randy's, site over on BitChute. And you notice that this little headline, it says Delaware law firm publishes about investigating missing child, and there we go, and mentions General Flynn. And he goes on, Delaware law firm publishes information regarding missing child Haley Cummings. Now pay close attention to the wording of this. Delaware law firm publishes information. This is going to be important. Okay, and then we go over, we go over to Gab. And on Gab, it goes, Delaware law firm publishes information regarding missing child Haley Cummings. And he does this. He says, I am investigating content published by a Delaware law firm. Again, very important wording here. Whose name appears on a web page published by the law firm, specifically regarding a missing child from Florida named Haley Cummings. The web page is dated April 25th, 2022, and is called Haley Cummings 2021. And he gives a hyperlink. The web page about Haley Cummings is presented as being a web page of a Delaware law firm called Hudson Jones Jaywork and Fisher LLC. On the sidebar of the web page about Haley, it says, our attorneys constantly strive to provide the best legal services possible within the constraints of our client's instructions. Close quote. The web page regarding the missing child Haley Cummings has several links atop the page, including a link that says Australian pizza toppings. And this is, uh, should have been a clue to Timmy. The content of the page includes a bizarre and confusing mixing of names and situations such as Haley Cummings, Timmy Homestead, John Benet Ramsey, Pentagon Pedophile Task Force, General Flynn, and a memo sent by Timothy Homestead to AG Jeff Sessions warning President Trump about Mike Pence and an international child sex trafficking and human harvesting operation that involved an FBI agent using the alias John Reagan. And it goes on and on and on and on. And so this is going to be where things kind of fall apart. Now, Timothy Charles Homestead is supposed to be an investigative reporter. Timothy Charles Homestead should have used the common practice of investigative reporters to vet this story. Now, this is a screen grab of the article in question. It's at the very beginning, and it starts out fairly ordinary. The problem is, as the situation continues, things begin to fall apart. Now, what we are going to do now if this works. Okay, that's my fault. Can't spell Delaware. I did the same thing again. Jeez. Yeah, success. I gotta get a I gotta get a spell check or something here. Alright, this is the law firm in question here. And yeah. Alright, I'm gonna leave that like it is because I'm trying to cover up my logo. But this is a pretty standard web page. As you see, they've got different things. Now, what's not showing up on here is up in the top. There would be DelawareLaw.com. That is the main website for this law firm. So, if you go down here and hit our practice areas, and you're going to find that you're going to find a 404 error. Now, this is going to be important as we go along here. Okay, we got civil litigation. So it goes to civil litigation, and they go through a description, so on and so forth. And so let's jump back. And you got bankruptcy. Thing on bankruptcy. Go back. All right. I hope I'm back on the air. Had a had a lightning strike and it knocked me off the air. Kind of weird, right? We've had a severe thunderstorm warning all day today, and it took me out. Took me off the air. So I'm back now. I got to try and get back to what I was doing here. Lightning or explosion from a tunnel. I see somebody's taking their methadone again. Um, no, task force, I don't think you have a clue as to what's going on yet. You don't seem to realize what kind of trouble somebody is in, but they may find out. So let me try and get back in sync here since lightning kind of played havoc. Okay, now because this knocked all my files off the screen, so I got to put them back on again. Chrome tab. Okay. Okay, our law firm is back up. And now, as I was attempting to point out before Mother Nature decided to interrupt things here, I showed all these areas of practice for this particular law firm. Civil litigation, bankruptcy, business law, blah, 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 blah. And I showed all the hyperlinks. And so on and so forth. And what we do not have is a link going to this. Now, this particular piece of information was brought on in Mr. Holmes's website. And let's bring it up again. And that's all we okay, let's get rid of this because we're done with this little gem. And it's still lightning out, so we may wind up going off the air again. If I go off the air again, you'll know why. And so we go to here, go up to Chrome tab, and we give the fart command a little free airtime tonight, because this is the High Command website, and this is the story that we're discussing tonight. They claim that they stumbled across this rather convenient story about Haley Cummings. And so what does Timmy do? He goes over on Telegram or on Gab, and he talks about this. And he offers a link. Now, since I got a little bit off script here, so to speak, Tim Holmeseth put up this link. And this link, when you click it, goes to all of this. You know, this rather convoluted, lengthy dissertation of this particular article. And this should have been the first clue there's something going on. This person put in, that was difficult to read. I can't get any advertisement, I accidentally touched the law firm logo and got a pop-up which reads how to measure meters using your body. And, eventually we get into a bunch of stuff. And that is the first clue that we have a problem. Now, if any of you had seen my intro reel, you would have seen an interesting picture. And let me bring that up. And the picture I'm going to bring up, if I can find it. Okay, I didn't bring that other picture in the room. But in my intro, I did a picture of this guy. This is a guy by the name of Derek Lossiter. Now, Derek has an interesting reputation, but let's kind of go over things here. Derek Lossiter was a member of Anonymous. He called himself Nightsack, and he got involved in something called the Steubenville rape case. And what he did was through an associate of his, they gained unlawful entry to the domain of a sports team in Steubenville, Ohio, known as Roll Red Roll. And Derek Lossiter had this belief that there was a huge conspiracy going on that had to do with covering up the digital rape of a then 16-year-old woman, which is a kind of rape. It could have been statutory rape, since this girl was underage. But the short of it is that the young football players were eventually convicted of this crime. There were two of them, and they went to jail. So what does this have to do with Timothy Charles Homeseth? Well, it turns out that Timothy Charles Homeseth and Derek Lossiter communicated with each other. And this was because Derek Lossiter and Timothy Charles Homeseth had a mutual enemy. And you know that adage, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Well, that appears to have been the case between this particular hacker, wannabe actually, and Timothy Charles Homeseth. And they were trying to work together to resolve a problem that both these individuals were having with someone who used to live in Steubenville, Ohio. And I think those of you who know what Roll Red Road, the documentary was about, you can figure out the connection that these two have with this particular woman. Now, this is not to say, I'm going to make this clear up front, that Derek Lossiter had anything to do with the law firm. What I'm saying is that there are very, very similar accounts or actions that happen here. Now, Derek Lossiter did not himself hack the website. That was done through an associate. He basically worked with the guy who hacked the website, doing something as mundane as guessing the password that the administrator used in the creation of this sport fan website. Um, this is a common way people find out about these things is they do what they call social engineering and somehow obtain or guess the password. And so they got into this website and they altered the contents of the website. And what was the result of all this? Well, Derek Lassiter was approached by the FBI, investigated, as was his associate, and they were sentenced. Now, Derek Lassiter got 24 months in federal prison and probation after he got out, and one of the things the probation said was for a lengthy period of time, Derek Lassiter was not allowed on the internet. He had basically a blackout on the internet. Couldn't go on the internet. Now he's recently come off of the restriction. He's back on the internet. He's got his quirky little company that he had before, and he is well, I'll tell you what, Task Force. I'm not going to back down either, because Timmy is a pathological liar, and so if I have to talk about him every weekend, I will. He talks about me every single solitary day of the week, and so do your thugs, and there'll be more on your thugs and the threats that they made here shortly. But first, I got to get this out of the way. So anyway, the co-conspirator who confessed, pled guilty, only got 8 months. And that basically was shortened because of good behavior. He did not have as severe a punishment as Derek Lassiter. And he did not get a ban from the internet. So, what does this have to do with Tim? Well, I'll tell you. Let me go back to here. Now, there is something called the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. And what this says is it is a crime for anyone to access without authorization a computer or computer system used by a financial institution, U.S. government agency, or any organization or individual involved in interstate or foreign commerce. Now, Delaware law is involved in interstate commerce, and they may be involved in foreign commerce and communication as well. The fact of the matter is that this law firm conducts business over the internet, and they conduct business using this website. And now, who is a victim? The Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, CFAA, outlaws conduct that victimizes computer system. It is a cybersecurity law. It protects federal computers, banks, computers, and computers connected to the internet, which would include my computer, by the way. And the penalty is either a misdemeanor, which is a few $100s and fines up to $1,000, or felony convictions, which have fines that exceed $100,000, jail or prison. Derek Lassiter had the latter. He went, like I said, he went to prison for 24 months. So, what does this have to do with this law firm? Well, it's this. Delaware law did not publish the article that Timmy is bragging about. They did not know it existed until they were called and said, do you know that there is an individual by the name of Timothy Charles Homeseth that is talking about an article that you published on your website? And what the caller wanted to know is, why did you publish this article on your website? And the answer from the law firm is, what in the ever-living hell are you talking about? And the law firm got to see for themselves, since this was a video call, that there was a entry on their website having to do with Haley Cummings. And needless to say, contact was also made with this outfit. This is the United States Cyber Command. This is a agency of the Department of Justice that is charged with dealing with crimes related to the internet and cyber security breaches. And that is the unlawful entry into a website, otherwise known as hacking. Now, remember what I said. Timothy Charles Homeseth had ongoing contacts with Derek Lassiter, who is a convicted hacker. And still advertises himself as an expert in computers. He will help you if you get hacked. So, where is this going? Well, rather conveniently, Timothy Homeseth gets this article published on this law website. Rather conveniently. Joker, it's this lawsuit, or this is the lawsuit, a law firm here. And, you know, what we had is, this is a law firm in Delaware. Never heard of this. And I checked their case law. There is not one individual involved on the Trump team, such as Flynn or Wood or anyone else that has had anything to do with this law firm. So, a question has to be asked. How in hell was that article put on that website? Good question. But this is the important thing here. Now, I'm going to show you something interesting, and this is my breaking news. So I got to bring this up, and we got to kind of walk the. Okay, let me go down here. I forgot to do something. Share screen. And go into Chrome tab. And I got to get rid of this thingy-a-ma-doo. Okay, we're back in Timmy's BitChute site. And we have Haley Cummings. Now, we go down to his Gab post. because this is where the link, he didn't put the link to the website on his BitChute. He put it on Gab. So here it is. This thing in green here that I'm flashing, and my, here it is. Watch what happens when I click on that link. And come on. All right, it didn't show up. But what happens is I gotta do something here, because for some crazy reason, this isn't the new one what it did originally. Chrome tab. Share. And let's try this again on the hyperlink. Alright, it's not showing what's there, but if you go over to that website, and just for shits and giggles, let's see if this does it. Nope. I'm going to go up here. I've never had this happen before. And we go. Okay. Now, if you go to that law firm, which you can do from Tim Holmes's Gab page, you're going to see a message that reads, "Sorry, this page doesn't exist. Please check the URL and go back a page. 404 error, page not found." What I am understanding from what was told to me is that the United States Cyber Command yanked the link from the law firm, transferred it over to them, and they have archived it and are backtracing to find out who put that article on there. Because that person, if they find that person, is going to be arrested and charged with violation of the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, as I just read to you. Now, along these same lines, we have a curious little Telegram site. I'm going to see if I can. I didn't bring all the images over, but I've told you people, I have been pestered by a troll, and it's this outfit, and they are calling themselves Timmy and Randy's Digital Army, and they are mad at me for exactly what's going on right now, that I am talking about Timmy and I'm exposing his lies, and they want to put a stop to it. And so they have told me that the Digital Army is going to come after you, and it will be an unrelenting effort like you have never experienced. And this is one of several threats that are on this chat. And if you go over to Telegram, I'm going to bring it up on my phone and see if they've sent anything, because I said something rather interesting to them today. And okay, Timmy and Randy's Digital Army is on my show. They are watching this. And let me see, let me go down to the bottom here, because we have to do not mention me on your show. Well, you just got mentioned, because you made a direct threat to me, Digital Army, and when you make a threat to me, that is public information, so you got mentioned. You're the one that started this. Ugly, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly. See, I told him I had an alibi. And Timmy, I told him that Timmy provided me the alibi. And guess what that alibi is? It's this. Now, Tim and Randy's Digital Army apparently didn't do their homework, because Tim and Randy's Digital Army did not go and check with the Leesburg City Police Department and the Lake County, Florida Sheriff's Department and the Central Florida office of the FBI. And they would have been told that I was the victim of a rather crude hack. A hack virtually identical to the one that happened to the Steubenville sports team and to the law firm. Exact same method. And somebody got into these various websites, including mine, altered the content to portray something that did not happen, that I did not say, and that I did not do. That, Timmy and Randy's Digital Army, is my alibi. Because Timothy Charles Holmseth provided me with absolute and concrete proof that manufactured fake content on my website was used to create this smear campaign. The chats never existed. I never said what was in those chats. They were put there by someone who hacked into my website. This was a statement that was made by the Leesburg City Police Department and by the Lake County, Florida Sheriff's Department. And now Tim Holmseth may have done the same thing. Now, remember all those threats that Timmy has stated that Craig Sawyer was supposed to have made? Same thing. This is fraudulent, manufactured material that's a fraud. That somebody went out, photoshopped all those emails, and put them up. Yes, they are. Because, see, this is what happened. When this came about, a call was made to the government agency about Timmy, or about this hack. And it was pointed out to this agency that my website had been unlawfully accessed, and I gave them all the information on the complaints that I have made to various law enforcement agencies over the years, and who may have been responsible for those break-ins. And one of the individuals was known as a guy by the name of Monoxide, MMAC. And there is a possibility that Monoxide MMAC and Timothy Charles Holmseth has had direct contact. So we're starting to get some really weird coincidences here. Now, again, Timothy Charles Holmseth is supposed to be an investigative reporter. He is supposed to have gotten a college degree in journalism. He knows how to do things, and he's learned things such as ethics in journalism, as well as supposedly college level English. And if you look, or would have looked at the content that was coming out on that particular law firm's website, it was the worst, sloppiest composition of anything that's ever been seen. And there's a reason for that, because number one, the whole thing was plagiarized. I went back and I found the original article. There was a docu-series that was supposed to be made in 2021 or 2021 about the Haley Cummings disappearance, and it was done by the Jacksonville TV station, and there was a transcript in there. So what happened, apparently, from what I've been told, is that somebody simply copied and pasted the transcript, went over to a static web page within the template of the website pages over there that had not been done yet, and put the content on there. They went into the template and put the title Haley Cummings 2021 in the header, and they put in a date. Because here's the thing about templates. They don't automatically put down, okay, April 25th, 2021. You have to manually put the date in there, or else there's not going to be a date, because it doesn't, there's no chronology in place, and the lightning is bad, so if I go out again, you'll know why. So we had somebody using a template of a website builder like Wix or even WordPress. If you go over to WordPress, you can actually do this. Go over to WordPress and pretend that you're starting a blog. And there's ways you can learn how to do it. But you can go in, and they have a bunch of free templates. And they can go through the templates, pretend they're creating their own website, and the first thing you're going to notice is they're going to have a sample page. And on that sample page, they are going to have something very similar to what was seen on the Haley Cummings 2021 URL. It was a long, sloppy mess. And that one reader that commented said she couldn't make head nor tails of it. So that means that somebody over there in his comment section saw that something was screwed up with that website. And so this is the 21st of May. That article was mentioned by Tim on the 19th, late on the 19th. In 2 days, that article vanished from the law firm's website. It's gone. And see, something that was never questioned by anybody at that either Gab or Telegram or BitChute. Why can't you go to the front page of the law firm? Now, this is before this thing was removed, and find it. There's no link at the law firm that says Haley Cummings 2021. It's not there. It wasn't there when Tim made the announcement. It's not there now. So what this means is that the law firm did not publish the article. It was placed without permission, without authority, on their website by someone who felt it necessary to put up that article. Now, who was that? Well, remember, we've got 34,000 people over on Tim Holmseth's BitChute page. And Timothy is a big supporter of QAnon. Now, where was QAnon supposed to have been originated from? QAnon came out of 8chan. Actually, just before 8chan, he was supposed to have started out there and migrated over into all these other websites. So, but what is important about 8chan and 4chan? Well, there were two individuals on 4chan. One was known as KFC Fan, all one word, and the other was known as Renzo Loves Cake. Now, if you were to go to the chats that Timothy Charles Homeseth makes such a big deal about, you will see. Well, actually, it's both, Laurie. It started out as 8chan, and it was changed to 8chun because of a dispute between the guy in the wheelchair and the pig farmer. If you watch the HBO documentary, that whole situation's explained. But it started out as 4chan. And there was 911chan. There was a bunch of these things that split off because of disputes between the various administrators and the owners of those particular blogs or forums, including the creator and administrator of 8chan that morphed into 8chun. So that whole mess is how we finally got to 8chun and 8chan, which is the home of the creation of QAnon. And so Timmy brags about being part of QAnon. And so that would make sense that Timmy would be going over into 8chan, 8chun. He'd be going into the various QAnon boards that are all over Gab, all over Telegram, all over Rumble, and all over BitChute. And what is prominent in all these websites? Hackers. People that know how to do exactly what was done to this law firm. That all he had to do was induce through this belief system that Timmy was the real thing and somehow motivate this individual to break into this law firm's website, go into all these sample pages that are in there that have to do with static pages, and simply create this static page. Now, you don't have to be that much of a hacker to be able to do that. The law firm's website was sloppily created, and they should not have allowed those static pages to exist. When you create a website, you can take those static pages out. You can eliminate them from the template creator. And the web page designer should have done that. He should have made sure that there was no way someone could breach the security of that website and get in there and tamper with it like what's been done. But this is the same thing with the Roll Red Roll Sports page. The administrator used an easy to obtain password to get into that website. And now to answer Lori's question, why that law firm? They just had the bad luck of having a poorly constructed website. There could have been any law firm in the country that the hacker could have chosen to put that article on. He just happened to find one with very low security and having all these static pages sitting there just waiting to be used. Because before the hyperlink was taken down, you could have gone to page after page after page after page, and you would have seen all kinds of gibberish that had absolutely had nothing to do with the law firm. Had no legal dissertations, no case law. It was just a bunch of crap. And there was no indentation, there were no paragraphs, nothing. It was just one big, long, whoom, solid paragraph. And and there were URL links in there, but they weren't hyperlinked. They were just there, buried in all the sentences. And it took forever to figure out what the hell was going on, because you couldn't, what is a story about pizzas doing on a law firm's website in a health food thing? There's all kind. There were a half a dozen URLs on there that had absolutely nothing to do with that law firm. It was junk, but it had their letterhead at the top. And so when Timmy mentioned the pizza thing, he must have known what happened. This is such a basic and simple hack. It's what you call a first step. People that learn how to hack learn this method. And so this was probably done by someone similar to the associate of Derek Lassiter, who has a very low-level knowledge base of breaking into these websites. Kind of reminds me of the movie War Games, because back in those days, that's what people were doing. They were bouncing around between different websites, mainly to get links to games that weren't available to the public. And this was before these laws came along that made it illegal to do that and made it a federal crime. It was very difficult in those days. And so it was kind of like the Wild West. And we have the same thing now. And you're quite right. See, this is the thing. This is a law firm that nobody knows anything about. It was random. It could have been any law firm in any state or in any country. As long as they were able to hack into that website and find somewhere in that website where they could insert this article, they were going to do it. Now, the thing of it is, if you do a search, Google search, using Haley Cummings 2021, you're not going to find that article anywhere. You're going to find Google links to the case itself. You're not going to find that article. That article does not exist. And now, when you go to the link, the page is gone. It's not there. And so Tim has a problem. He's got this, he's got this thing over on BitChute bragging about this law firm publishing this article, and he's got a link to Gab, and in Gab, he's got a link to the law firm. People are going to hit it, and they're going to get a 404 error. They're going to say, where the hell's the damn website? It's not there. Well, you can talk to the United States government, because they got it. They got the entire contents. They also got, from what I understand, they have information that would be stored in the law firm's um, database that involves the creation of that URL and the creation of that particular web page. So the people in the Department of Justice are very smart. They're smarter than Timmy. And so these very smart people are going to go in and they're going to use their very smart tools and they're going to start trying to figure out just what the hell happened. And, you know, they also have information as to who to contact at the Minneapolis FBI, the Central Florida, Maitland, Florida FBI, the Lake County, Florida Sheriff's Department, the Leesburg City Police Department, and the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Because these agencies are all intertwined in this little puzzle that's been created. And so now, you know, because of what's been done with this law firm, they've got a lot of questions they're going to have. Now, this is interesting. This is what's on my phone right now. Very difficult to read, but I'm going to read it for you. The Timmy's and Tammy's Army aren't too happy with me right now. And this is what they've written since I've come on the air. Do not mention me right off the bat on your show. You started on my role model, Timothy. You demonized Timmy and Randy. When I met them in Elk Harbor, they were not how you fucks portray them. Really. I don't know. Their words speak for themselves there, Army. Yeah, so, you know, their works speak for themselves. Timothy Charles Homeseth accuses me of being Whitey Bulger. Timothy Charles Homeseth accuses me of being a pedophile. Timothy Charles Homeseth accuses me of being a serial rapist. Timothy Charles Homeseth accuses me of being a serial killer. Timothy Charles Homeseth accuses me of looking like the bridge guy in the Delphi murders. Timothy Charles Homeseth accuses me of looking like this Whitey Bulger character. And so, there you have it. And then this idiot over on Gab, well, Telegram in this case, whines and cries because it's Timmy and Randy saying these things. You know, they don't care about what is said about me. They only care about what is said about them. Have they accused me of being a suicide troll? What the hell's that supposed to be? Well, that shut them up pretty quick. They haven't, you know, ever since I started reading this stuff. What harbor? Okay, I haven't followed the chat, so I'm not seeing what harbor we're talking about. Oh, the Elk River is the town where Randy Erickson lives, or did live, in Minnesota. From the Telegram Post. Alright, well, let me go back to the Telegram Post then, and we'll see what we can find there. Okay. Okay, we go down to okay, I'm in his um, post. So I'm trying to figure out where there would be anything said about a harbor. Now, all that's been said is whoever this Tim and Randy's digital army is, that Elk Harbor. Well, now I see it. This is not Timmy's. This is this Randy's digital army thing. It's Elk River is the name of the town. They can't even, the person claims to have met Tim and Randy, and she can't even get the name of the town right. Nosy. What do you mean nosy? They're whining now because, um, you know, Tim and Randy's digital army is not very bright. They don't understand what in the public interest is all about. Now, Timothy Charles Holmseth, in his resume, claims to be one person removed from the former president of the United States. Now, because of that claim, his actions, statements, claims, and so forth are a matter of public interest because he is aligned with extremely famous and extremely important people. A former president of the United States, or even a current president of the United States, is a very important person. And if you claim to be that close to the president of the United States and you're involved in something known as the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force, which carries with it the Pentagon, which is a government military agency. You are claiming to be an agent for a military agency of the United States government. That means that you are subject to public scrutiny. Now, that's just too damn bad if he's got a burr up his ass because people are talking about him, but he put himself in that position. When you make that kind of claim that you're that important, you leave yourself wide open. You are not a retired truck driver on Social Security running a blog with 19 people in it, or a YouTube channel. You are a liaison for a former president of the United States. You are also accusing a former president of the United States of attempted murder of you. You are also making accusations against General Flynn, and now you are making accusations against Lynn Wood. So, and okay, what do we got here? Tim and Randy left Elk River. I didn't meet them there. Shit, fuck. Well, where is Elk Harbor? You said you met them in Elk Harbor. You fucking make up stories about Tim and Randy saying there was DNA in his underwear. No, I didn't make it up. It was a post that was on Telegram. I didn't make it up. I found it and I read it. I don't know who did it. But it was supposed to be Randy giving out a story. So why don't you go over on these various websites and find that post? And you don't seem to understand that because of Timothy Charles Homestead and Randy accusing me of all these horrendous crimes, it's my reputation that's been fucked up, not yours. Tim has got 34,000 people. He's probably got a shitload of money. He's running around taking pictures of himself in front of boats. And you sit there and whine and crying because this tiny, tiny, tiny little YouTube site criticizes her. This is what's so funny about all this, is that this is a nothing burger. This is a tiny little channel with 18 people on it. Somebody just left. So I got 18 people on this website. What is it about such a puny little YouTube channel that's got these people throwing these temper tantrums over on Telegram? I don't get it. They must be pretty damn desperate to be going after such small fry. I've gotten all kinds of posts about Randy basically being a sugar mama for Timmy. She's on record as having fixed his old Ford because he blew the transmission out of it. And then she bought him a 2012 Nissan Rogue. And she pays virtually all his expenses. He cannot make it on his own. He could not be a pizza delivery driver. The people at the pizza store where he used to work are glad to see him gone. Because they got tired. All they do, day in and day out, is talk about his conspiracy theories. When he was told, we don't want to hear it. I told him, shut up about it. We don't want to hear this crap. But he kept it up. And finally, one day he quit because of this. At least I think he quit. But he got involved with Haley Cummings and he disappeared. And people were happy. People in East Grand Forks are glad to see him gone. The East Grand Forks Police Department is now at peace. They don't have to worry about Timothy Charles Homestead come barging in with some bullshit story. They can go on about their life. Oh boy, they are really upset over at Gab. Why do you shit lickers care if Randy buys Timmy undershirts? Do you people never offer to help people in need, sick fucks? Well, again, Timothy Charles Homestead is a public figure. Timothy Charles Homestead is famous. Look it up. Timothy Charles Homestead is a war correspondent. Timothy Charles Homestead is this one person removed from the President of the United States. Timothy Charles Homestead is the most important person in the whole damn world. So that makes Timmy Charles Homestead everybody's business, especially when he lies about innocent people every minute of every day. So go blow that up your ass. Do you want Timmy to go without underwear, you shit lickers? Called his former employer and got him fired. He couldn't work. Have you got proof of that? I would really, it's funny how these people make these allegations and then they can't prove it. Who was he working for and how did he get fired? And where's the documentation? I mean, you are the one that said that you got Levi Page shut down. That means that you are claiming to have made it so that Levi Page cannot earn a living. You've taken Levi Page's right to earn a living away from him. He was working for Domino's. Have you got yeah, I personally went to Domino's. I know exactly what happened. Nobody called his employer. He simply left. He even admitted it. He said, I quit in order to concentrate on Haley Cummings. And all this. He wants to solve that case. And so he didn't get fired from Domino's because they didn't say whether he got fired or not. He simply left. And they were glad to see him leave. He was driving them crazy because he wouldn't shut up about the conspiracy theories. That's what got him fired as a janitor. Instead of emptying the buckets of trash and cleaning the toilets and doing his damn job, he was disrupting things at the weather service. And they say to the temp, he was a temp. Means he could be, right to fire, just like they have in Florida. They said, look, if you don't get rid of this guy, we are going to cancel the contract with your company because we can't have people like that working for this service. And so the temp agency said, you're out of here. And he turned around and sued him. Oh, hi, Levi. We got, you're probably going to liven things up now. We got this Tim and Randy's Digital Army trolling me over in a private chat on Telegram. And they don't like the fact that I am giving commentary as they put their stuff up here. Now, I'm going to scroll up here because I want to see something. I sent you a screen grab of this. Well, but anyway, they said they shut you down, that they deprived you of a way to make a living. Because they've been trolling me since the 18th of May. Why does Lori care if Randy got Timothy, closed TV, or a new bed? Noji bitch face. Well, why does Task Force want to see my living room? Task Force would come in here virtually every single broadcast and demand that I show my living room. Now, why is that any of her business? She hasn't shown us her living room. You're a hypocrite, Digital Army. You've got one standard for Timmy and one standard for everybody else. And I love your language. Hell, I thought I swore you outswear me. You'd put a sailor to shame. Yeah. And, Randy put all this information out there. She actually sent someone a message detailing every single solitary thing she did. That when she first met Tim, she had to spend the entire day cleaning his apartment. It was a filthy mess. Timmy can't be a man and do things on himself. He's got to have a sugar mama do it for him. He is absolutely, completely helpless by himself. And, they used to complain about him because he wouldn't take a bath. He'd come to work smelling like he'd been inside of a dumpster. And he was told to practice personal hygiene. Oh my God. But, well, Levi, I was going over the chat and, making me out to be a serial rapist, a mass murderer, looking like the guy that is the person of interest in the murder of the 2 Delphi teenagers, and all that. Whoever this is must be British. No, she's a sugar mama. She's no guardian angel. And, it's funny. This person over on Telegram completely ignores my side of the equation. She completely ignores that I'm being lied about. And so is other people. A woman who is a moderator for 5 minutes is accused of eating her dogs. I mean, this is the kind of people we have to deal with here. These people are crazy. And now we got people over there saying that McAfee's alive. The guy died in the Spanish prison. He was a computer program. He had the virus thingamajiggy. And he committed suicide at the age of 75. Now they're saying this guy is alive and he's going to have stuff over in Telegram. These people keep getting, these people won't stay dead. They keep getting resurrected. We got a bunch of zombies running around. And saying, we made things up. No, we don't, because Randy's admitted it. It's in writing. It's archived. She says these things. I mean, these people, for someone who claims to have met Randy and Timmy, she doesn't know anything. I've caught her in so many lies. That's all right, Jolly. But, a sugar mama is a lady with money that throws money at somebody younger than her and treats them like he's her child. And it's usually somebody like Timmy that can't fend for himself. He's dependent on other people. He absolutely, positively cannot do anything on his own, which is why he's no longer on the internet, because he's being very, very, very tightly controlled. You have not seen Timothy Charles Homestead live on the internet in 3 years. It's all been recordings, still pictures, selfies. That's it. Not one live stream. So you can sit in there and whine and cry on your little Telegram chat, but that's not going to change anything. Well, be careful, Levi. I don't want to get a strike for bullying. YouTube doesn't like that sort of thing. We can't. So you are using that term to suggest an affair? Not necessarily. Like I said, she treats Homestead like a child who can't take care of himself, so she's got to do it for him. She's a mother figure. That's where the term sugar mama comes in. Look it up. You know, and this is another thing that this digital army doesn't seem to understand. Randy Erickson has not been with her husband for almost 2 years. He doesn't know where she is. They don't communicate, according to sources. Yeah, and well, this Tim and Randy Digital Army, Randy helped Timmy out. Yeah, Randy is helping Timmy slander and defame people, lie about people, put people's security at risk, put people's safety at risk. That's what Randy's doing. Timmy Holmseth is a pathological liar that needs help. Timothy Charles Holmseth is not a war correspondent. Timothy Charles Holmseth is not third from the former President of the United States. The former President of the United States has never even heard of Timothy Charles Holmseth. Timothy Charles Holmseth is nothing but an attention whore. All he wants is to be important. And then when people call him out, he lies about them. The only reason he calls me out is because I'm on friendly terms with a lawyer that he doesn't like. That's the only reason. If I had never met Kim Picasio and stuck to playing Farmville or something, I probably wouldn't be on Timmy's radar. But that's the kind of person Timmy is. He's vindictive, he's selfish, and he has no moral concept at all. Well, you just define. This is what Sugar Mama refers to a woman, often who is married, who gives financial help or support to a typically younger lover. Well, that is what is believed. Her actions prove it. You know, why hasn't Randy Erickson seen her husband, allegedly, in almost 2 years? Law enforcement came to the Erickson home looking for Timothy, and there's body cam footage where the husband states, I don't know where the hell my wife is. I haven't seen her in 2 years. It's on tape. Jeez. Oh, this is a good one, guys. You gotta love this one. God sent Randy to Tim. Are you questioning God? Are you kidding me? Now we're using religion as an excuse. Now, you know, they have said that Timothy Holmseth is an angel warrior, that he was appointed by God. So now they're claiming that God told Randy to help Tim. This is the mindset of these people. They are using religion as an excuse. And it's the same people that go after dead people. Timothy Holmseth, to this day, this very, very day, is saying that Mike Hammer is John Regan. John Reagan's been dead for 12 years. He died in 2010. And Tim Holmseth is going around saying he's still alive, that he's this very famous former FBI agent. That's how sick Timothy Charles Holmseth is. It's called divine. See, here we go with another religious excuse. Now, this is a proof that this idiot is in here full time. It is called divine intervention, you bitch vagina face. I love the language. You know, I thought I was bad at swearing. This person puts me to shame with their swearing. But it's another excuse. Oh, it's divine intervention. Bull crap. It's a lie. Timothy Charles Holmesatz is using religion as an excuse for his actions. So God is saying, you shall lie, you shall bear false witness against your neighbor, you shall bully people, you shall lie about people. It's God's will that you do these things. Who curses more, you or Kim Pacazio? I do. You know, until I met you, I was pretty good at cursing, but you all curse me. And there you go being nosy. You know, you're being nosy about Kim Pacazio. And what's funny is 2 days ago you said you weren't interested in Kim Pacazio. You're only interested in me. You want to destroy me. You want me homeless. You know, you make all these threats. And then you whine and crying about Timmy. All Timmy has to do is start proving shit. He ain't done nothing. But see, Timmy shouldn't be worrying about me right now. Timmy should be worried about the United States government. Because if Timmy had anything to do with that article being placed on that law firm's website, he is in very deep trouble. You know, all you got to do is go back and read what happened to Derek Lassiter. That might be Timmy's future. Well, this, I have to question who this idiot is, because she lied to me. She said she wasn't interested in Kim Pacazio anymore. Now all of a sudden she's criticizing Kim Pacazio, trying to get me to mention everything about Kim Pacazio on the air. It was posted in the PPTF archive over on MIRC. Well, we got people stalking us over on MIRC. Interesting. Just had breaking news there, folks. You know, this is how obsessed these people are with people that they're victimizing. Kim Pacazio is not guilty of any crime. Not one. And you won't leave her alone. And you won't leave me alone because I defend her. And you won't leave other people alone because they defend her. We defend the innocent. Period. Well, send me. I don't care about her. It was just posted in the archive group, you shit. Well, why don't you prove it and put the link up here? Because until I see a link, you're a liar in my word. Your show has no audience without Paula Blaze. Performing slowly, you fart knocker. Boy, am I talking to a 6-year-old? I mean, name calling, blah, blah, blah. This reminds me of an argument between kids. You know, your mother wears army boots. Well, mother might be a Marine. But this, and she puts down the show. You have no audience. I'm not here for the audience. I'm here for the truth. I don't need to lie. Timmy desperately needs to lie. He can't go anywhere unless he lies. He's not doing crap. All he's doing is picking on old people. He has not saved one single child. And as a matter of fact, by putting all the attention on me, he's taking attention away from the real pedophiles, the real child traffickers, and so on, which he might be doing that deliberately. He may be being paid to divert people away from the guilty. That he doesn't want children rescued. He does not want the pedophiles caught. He does not want any of this. So he is picking on me and picking on my audience in order to divert attention away from the real pedophiles. It makes absolute sense. It is obvious Paula was an operative all along, sent to infiltrate the patriot and godly movement that is fighting for children and gathering intelligence for the Savior Trump. Well, number one, I didn't even know Paula until a couple of weeks ago. And number two, you're a liar. Your actions right now are proving it. You are paying more attention to me and the people in this chat than you are to the truly guilty. I see case after case after case after case in the news. And not one of them is mentioned by Timothy Charles Homestead. It's always me, 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 me. What I'm saying on this chat. See it over, there are hundreds of posts on BitChute about me. It's the same thing over and over again. Me, 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 me. He's got a whole section over on his blog devoted to me. Calls me filthy Mert. Yeah, Paul is working on part 2, Michael. It should be coming out. How much did you fart knockers pay Paula? Didn't pay her a dime. Didn't pay her a dime. See, that you people are always thinking about money. Money, 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 money. High command brags about how wealthy she is. Money, 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 money. I don't make any money. And I don't know what Paula does. She just, But she is criticizing Timmy, so you pile on her just like you're piling on me. And you sit there and name call her. Yeah. Randy drives a very expensive vehicle. Money, 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 money. Notice it's always about money. Money, 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 money. Randy's rich. Randy's got all this money. Randy's got houses. Randy's got cars. Randy's got all kinds of stuff. Randy's rich. That's all it's about is money. She's got to have subscribers from BitChute to pay for her expensive car. This proves it right here. Randy drives a very expensive car. Wow. Randy's a millionaire. Well, guess what? Randy just lost a civil lawsuit. So, Randy's going to have to sell that very expensive car. And she can't go around lying about it because now I have proof that Randy drives a very expensive car. So Craig Sawyer can put a lien on that very expensive car. Because, remember, there's a judgment against Randy Erickson. She has to pay his expenses. It's a matter of record. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. But, they're trying to sidetrack from the true facts that came out tonight. And I told this idiot, I said, Timothy Charles Homestead just gave me an alibi. And this is the alibi. There is evidence that fake material was placed on a website without permission of the owners of the website. Exactly the same way that material was put on my website without my permission or knowledge. and that material falsely accused me of saying things against children. And so Timothy just proved exactly how it happened. By putting that Gab article up, saying that this was on the law firm's website, gave me the evidence I need. Ah, interesting. I am done with your show, turning you off, stupid bloke. Yay! Can we have applause? We lost a member of the audience here. We lost our troll. Right. She'll be back because she craves attention. She's the one that created this thing in the first place. She can't resist. And, the United States has an agreement with... I thought you left. I thought you turned off. Well, I gotta rewind the clap. They lied. She said she was turning off, or it. We'll say it. Because for all I know, you're a bot. But you said right up here, you said, I am done with your show, turning you off, stupid bloke. And you're still here. You can't resist. You just lied. It didn't take you a minute, and you lied. Go ahead. That way you can say things behind my back, because that's what, they say they're going to block me, and it's a private chat. How stupid can you get? It's a private damn chat. He's the only one on there. Man, what a moron. So I'm blocked. Oh. Well, if you had the balls to come in here under your name, you'd be blocked too. Because Randy blocked me. Randy blocked me from a Facebook page that she doesn't even go to anymore. And the task force over on Twitter blocked me, like the little sniveling coward that she is. So block me. This has been the most entertaining troll I've ever seen. What a frickin' idiot. This has got to be some drunk Englishman in a pub somewhere getting ready to fall out on the floor because he can't hold it. This is a foreigner interfering in our country. And how did this person meet Randy? Did he fly all the way across the pond to meet these two idiots? I mean, thousands of miles away, and this foreign national is trolling an American. Met in States at Elk Harbor, FP. You just said Well, number one, the bloke didn't go away. Still here. I'm not blocked. And they said Elk Harbor. Where the hell is Elk Harbor? Yeah, who knows? The guy just said he was going to block me, and he's still at it. Yeah, I mean, you came all the way over to the United States to meet two idiots. And so the three stooges could sit there and go la 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 together. I gotta love this dude. And this guy must be suffering from jet lag or something. La la la. I love the profanity here. This guy is supposed to be a Christian, a godly person. I live in the States, you stooge. Oh, we got an immigrant. I wonder if he's on a resident visa. Because bloke is a European term, dude. You know, people that are blokes are from the United Kingdom. I have dual citizenship. Vagina face. Well, gee golly well, one of my nephews has dual citizenship, but he doesn't go around calling people blokes. Actually, I don't care, you know. You can call me a bloke all day long. I have a very good friend of mine that calls me a bloke. So. But if you have dual citizenship, and if you're in any way, shape, or form involved in a federal crime, number one, you can go to jail, and number two, you can be deported. But yep, that'll be another entry for the file. You know that my latest troll has dual citizenship. Bugger. Ew. I'm a jelly old bloke of a blugger. A bugger. I love the stuff he keeps coming up with. You know, this guy's a dictionary of insults. He's called me all... In the last 2 days, he's called me about 50 different names. You know, he just loves this. I love people like this. You know, they're not capable of carrying on an intelligent conversation. They have to use vulgarity and profanity to get attention. It's weird. Do they know about the Magna Carta? I doubt it. They probably think it was a pudding or something. They certainly don't know about the law, and they don't know about the truth. You know, a guy that used to be a pizza delivery driver and couldn't even do that has managed to become the third in line to the President of the United States. Right there. Amber, get off the headphone. Get. How did you get out here? Well, I'm on the air. And she likes to, you know, she almost tore the... Oh yeah, he's crushing on me. He can't resist. You know, he was supposed to have blocked me, and he hadn't done it yet, because if I get blocked, I'm going to know it. But he's probably, you know, he's probably drunk as a skunk. Yeah, but it's funny. These people are funny. And nope, not blocked yet. But anyway, well, you know, enough about this crap. I do have some other information here that I want to get to. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Who the fuck was that? Oh my fucking god. What the hell? None of your fucking business who it is. Mind your own damn business. Jeez. Talk about nosy. My frickin' dog, man. You haven't seen Amber. Well, something happened here. Oh, there we go. I thought you were going to turn me off. So you lied. None of your damn business who the voice in the background is. Jeez. Talk, you know, now let me. Oh, shoot, I'm looking at the wrong file. I'll look at that in a minute. Must be the echo in your head. I heard a voice in the background. I got it on tape. Oh my God, the man is so obsessed with me, he's recording. Well, it's someone in the house. Dude. Bloke. It's a someone in the house, bloke. And no, I'm not good at British accents. Somebody really concerned about what goes on inside my house. Oh, what's this all about? Yep, that it is. That it is. Okay. Bert is live talking about Timothy again. This man is so obsessed, definitely obsessed. IBT's doppelganger didn't show up tonight. Instead, they put a fake PPTF and then deleted the comments from it. You act like an ankle biter. What in the fuck is an ankle biter? But LCD. IBT. I wonder who IBT is. Hey, bloke. Who is IBT? Since you like being nosy. Oh, infiltrated by truth. Oh, infiltrated by truth is has been deemed a fraud by the PPTF. She is not. He, she, or it is not recognized by the PPTF. So, infiltrated has basically been thrown to the wolves. So whoever this Tim and Randy's army is doesn't like infiltrated. That's how. This headset's biting into me tonight. Alright, got sidetracked here. Let me get back up into things. Which is what they're trying to do. Okay, let me go down. I gotta go down, go down, go down. Dang. Where's that? Oh, here we go. And we go up. Okay, this is an update having to do with Cynthia Absug. Now, June 16th, 2022 is going to be a virtual hearing, permanent planning hearing in Douglas County to discuss the trial of Cynthia Absug. On July 21st, 2022 at 9 a.m. there is going to be an in-person hearing and they are going to have a pre-trial readiness conference. And then on August 8th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. the jury trial into Cynthia Absug case begins. And that is the update in regards to the Cynthia Absug case. Now, I want to check to see if there's any updates on Neely Blanchard. And so let me go to here. No, that isn't going to work. Who's this yo-yo and tell me what an ankle biter is? Can't be good. Anybody out there know what an ankle biter is? I'm being thrown insults and I don't even know what they are. Can't be good. Being an ankle biter can't be good. The problem with that is, that's down near people's feet, and that could be kind of smelly. Yeah, this. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got. All right, there has not been anything entered in that case since the 16th of May. And basically we have Jennifer Swank, NMS Labs, Welsh Road, Willow Grove, Pennsylvania. So this is forensic evidence. And so that was sent to the attorney. So this means that new evidence has been entered. And let's see, on the 3rd of May, all right, I've gone over this before. Apparently there has not been a decision made on the pay rate for this expert witness that's in the Blanchard case. So the supplemental discovery exhibit is the only thing that is new, and that was brought in on the 16th, which was about a week ago, or which was 5 days ago. Okay. Yeah, it's sounds like a slander, I guess. But this actually works against Randy and Tim, because if he's got people convinced that I somehow harm children, that is defamation and slander, and it's incitement. Because this individual is attacking me based on Timmy's claims. Either that, or it's a slang term for a stock with market capitalization of less than $50 million. No, that ain't bad. Okay, so this guy must be an Australian. In Australia, it means a small child are often ankle biters. Arbo for short for attention. You can't tell. If you can't tell, Australians like to shorten their words. So we got somebody from down under, which means they have something in common with my nephew, because he has dual citizenship. He was born in New South Wales, Australia. So this guy must have head-butted a kangaroo in a while before he came over here. And that explains why his brains are scrambled. Of course, you gotta have brains to be scrambled. So, but he's going around calling me a cunt and and a bloke, so he must be an Aussie. From the land down under. Where? Well, he has not changed one word of this. You know, he's relying on people to. Who the hell is Adrian Wells? Yeah, I probably heard his name. I have a rotten memory. Yeah, I think the guy finally passed out. Oh, that guy. Okay, well. So I've got a guy attacking me that's accused of doing something to a missing child. That's a trip. Okay, Agent Diablo put up, Mert is live talking about Timmy. And he actually put my URL. Well, somebody's got balls over there. Boy, I'll tell you, somebody is spamming the hell out of this channel. All you see is spam. That's a bad thing about Telegram. And they okay. Oh well. 2 hours of this nonsense. Sharing is caring. There is a Cumberland County, Tennessee. Yeah, I think I remember that. Oh, that idiot. Okay, now I remember. Jeez. You know, that figures. You know, the guy, you know, the guy's an idiot. You know, and I thought he was still in Australia. So if he's over here, he's subject to a lawsuit. Because I don't know if you can sue somebody in Australia from, where is it, Texas or Arizona, wherever it is that Greg lives. We're talking about this Australian dude that claims that Craig Soya molested him or some nonsense. Adrian Wells. And, you know, and whoever this thing is over on Telegram that started this Tim and Randy's digital army, which is an army of one, is using slang that's attributed to Australians. And since he says he has dual citizenship, then one could say that he might be from Australia. And so that's, you know, oh. But, you know, the guy doesn't even put up his real name. All he's got is Tim and Randy's digital army. And he's scared shitless to have me mention it. Okay, so. But, you know. It's very dry in his speaking. You know. He's the guy that puts cling wrap around his toilet so bad guys don't get toxic air into his apartment. What? That's almost as bad as the woman that makes love to her smartphone. Actually, she's making love to Timmy on her smartphone. Yeesh. I wonder if he drinks Clorox. That might explain a few things. Well, I learned something new, Jolly Bridge. I don't know if you heard me mention it, but my nephew uh, is a joint citizen. He was born in New South Wales, Australia, while my sister was in the Navy. And so he has a choice that he can either be an American or an Australian or both. I guess it's your law and it's also the law in the United States, from what I understand. Kind of a unique deal. But this guy sounds like he spent a little bit too much time out in the outback. Probably got trampled on by roos or something like that. Maybe got punched out by a koala bear. I like the trucks you guys have over there. Jeez, they got some big ass trucks. And they got those big things on the front so to keep the kangaroos from damaging their truck. I guess that's what that's for. Cheers, mate. Of course, the Brits do that too. They have that cheers, mate. And they oogie, 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 aye, aye, aye. Yeah, a little modest there too, Jolly. Yeah. Yeah, I guess the old bugger decided to go and pass out or something. The peanut gallery is shut down. Well, I might as well get out of here. And the troll will probably block me, so I won't have to listen to that damn notification come across my telegram whenever somebody sends me that little thing. So, anyway, I think that's going to be it for the night, folks. I was up pretty early today doing something, and so I'm a little tired, and I am going to be waiting to hear about what's going to happen with this investigation. These things take time, and so we are going to wait to see if somebody can figure out who hacked the Legal Firms website. And we also get to look forward to what excuse Timothy Charles Holmseth uses to get himself out of this one. Now remember, this happened to a TV station during the George Floyd murder case, that somebody had put up an article and it turned out to be wrong. And because I had tracked the story down, and the very second I proved that it was a false story, Timmy retracted it and said the station was tricked into, somebody was tricked into publishing it, that it was not real. So even back then, you know. But anyway, so thank you everybody for coming in and putting up with me tonight. Please like, subscribe, hit the like button, and be sure to hit the notification button and share, because there's probably going to be more coming out, and we will be reporting on things as they develop, whether it's from Timmy or somebody else. There's always something going on. So y'all have a good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite, and all that happy. And we'll see you again. So until then, have a good one. Good night, all.